What's up YouTube, Demi here. I want to do a quick little explanation of how to make the Slayer Lacerate character that I have a guide out for. It'll be linked in the description below. I want to show how to make this a budget build and to level with it basically. So the guide has a tree in it underneath it which looks like this. This is the level 100 tree. So to start off a league with this, you just start out as duelist, come out through these nodes, and this is not correct actually, this should be here. Do that. Grab the life nodes, grab these, grab the two-handed nodes, come down here, grab Golem's Blood, and then grab two-handed damage, Head over, get some life leech, and then go up to blood magic, grab this, and then you basically just fill out the rest of the tree. Come up here, grab these nodes, and then go up here, get the AoE nodes and the life nodes, and then eventually go to the silent life wheel. That being said, to level this character as like a budget starter build, you can do it with any melee weapon. Like, you don't have to use swords. If you don't want to use swords and you want to use axes, you just drop these nodes here and you take cleaving instead. The rest of the tree is exactly the same. Still RT, still life based, still blood magic. So the options for your leveling uniques, like if you actually can afford to get leveling uniques, you just go on the wiki and it has two-handed swords, which we can use, or you can do two-handed actions. I'll show you those afterwards. But two-handed swords, you can start out with a Shiver Sting or just a rare two-handed sword with like decent PDPS. This has like 50. So you don't need much to start out with, and then eventually you'll upgrade to Rigwald's Charge, which is 200 DPS, and then you can go to Terminus S or Hiltless. I think Terminus S is probably better to start out with. This one kind of reflects you, so you don't want this one. And then eventually you can upgrade to either Kondo's Pride or Doomsour. I think Kondo's Pride is actually the best option for your endgame starter weapon, like to start maps with, because it gives you 0.6% of attack damage leeched. Increased melee damage against bleeding enemies. Cannot leech from crit, but that's okay because we don't crit. And then you just have to wear the Void Heart to get your bleed on hit, and that'll give you 50% increased melee damage against bleeding enemies. It's a good starter weapon for endgame. It's 400 to 450 DPS. The Starforge is 570 to 708 DPS, but this is for super late game. You don't have to use this right away. Doomsour or Kondos for start of mapping, basically. Let's go look at two-handed axes real quick. If you want to do the axe variant, two-handed axes, you can use Limb Split to start out with, level 13, or you can just use a rare axe, then you go to Wide Swing, then you go to probably Reaper's Pursuit, and then the Cauterizer will carry you all the way to endgame until you can get a Count's Primacy or a Hezmana's. Both of those are pretty good options. The Hezmana's has blood magic attached to it, so you can use that in your main links, so you don't have to spend mana if you're not going blood magic, and then you can use Count's Primacy as well. It's about the same DPS. Endgame, if you want to use an axe, you use Disfavor, because it has bleed on hit, so you can use Lacerate, Multi-Strike, and instead of faster attacks, you just link Poison. That way you have bleed on hit and poison on hit, and then you use melee physical, melee fizz on 4 life, and increased AoE or Innervate for your last link. But this is your endgame axe weapon. For the swords, you just do the Starforge build that we have displayed. But yeah, I'm going to be doing these updates for all of the other builds that I have out, just so you guys can like see how to progress them in the leveling phase, what weapons you can use to level up, that sort of thing. So I hope this helps, and that'll be Demi out.